Hello, Just2Film here. I want to do a review on this channel for Piece by Piece. I did it on the Just Too Good channel, which is my Lego channel, but that was like at, 2 a.m. with duck bricks. It was like an 18-minute long video. I want to do a little bit more of a cleaned up one for this channel. Now, Piece by Piece is a new documentary, which is the next Lego movie. It's about Pharrell Williams' life. I know, when I first heard about this, even when I saw the trailers, I'm like, this sounds like an awful idea. This looks pretty bad. I don't know what's going on here. So I went in all cynical. And I will disclose, I was invited to the premiere. But I was also invited to the premiere of Emilia Perez and Will and Harper. You've seen the reviews of those. It's not hot on Emilia Perez. I gotta say, I ended up kind of liking it. I think they did a good job with what they had. And I think the Lego doesn't feel tertiary in this idea. That was kind of something I worried about, where I'm like, did you just think, okay, let me just take a documentary and turn it into Lego? And there are many scenes that feel like, okay, we're just Lego-fying this kind of tropey documentary scene. We have the intro and everything where they walk in and the camera's on and it's like, they sit down. But slowly and surely, well, not even slowly, but even right off the bat, they have some very fun animated sequences using Lego that I was like, okay, I could kind of see that this is like an exploration of his imagination and creatively telling a story without resorting it to just a talking head experience. There's a lot of talking head scenes, which are Lego-fied, and they have a lot of fun with the Lego humor where, they'll be like a fish in the background or something like that. Stuff you would expect from the Lego games. So not only are the talking head scenes more interesting and not as prominent as other documentaries, but when they get beyond that and just kind of recreating scenes from Pharrell's life, because that's what a lot of the scenes are, just recreations from his life. I actually think they had a lot of interesting animation techniques, and I also think that they had a lot of interesting uses of colors and Lego pieces. That made sense. Now, as a diehard Lego fan, of course, I noticed parts here and there where I'm like, okay, that piece doesn't make sense. Or like you'll see a character with glasses and it'll be like 3D glasses and they won't have like a hair to attach it to. And I'm like, there's no Lego pieces like that. But I mean, if you're just looking for fictional Lego pieces, I mean, this is filled with it where like there's a billion different hairstyles that do not exist in Lego because they want to be accurate with the hairstyles of various celebrities. But it makes sense with a lot of the designs where it's like, okay, Lego could make that, but it just doesn't exist now. Again, there are a few designs here and there where it's like, okay, Lego's never going to make that because that just doesn't work in the molding techniques and stuff like that. But I was also afraid that, okay, well, this is just going to be a sanitized movie because it is a Lego movie, and Lego is very stingent with their policies. No politics, no swearing, no sex, stuff like that. And I will say, they pushed the boundary, or this is a hard PG movie. I know. Insert meme of SpongeBob with the roller coaster, the little baby ride, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so scary. But honestly, like they say like shit in here, once uncensored, once uncensored. I think it's actually twice for both. They have Lego girls in skimpy outfits and everything where I'm like, I need that as a piece. I need that as a piece. And they get political. Oh, talk about like Black Lives Matter and racial inequality in the United States, ACAB. And I was like, okay, like, I'm down for this. Like, okay, Lego is loosening up a bit, and I like that. So it is not a sanitized experience. They use the Lego aspect creatively, and I thought it was a genuinely funny movie where it kept me giggling and laughing and smiling. Now, I will say there are a lot of pop culture references in terms of just needle-dropping pop music. I am not somebody who's like, oh, pop music. Like, I have a soft spot for pop music and stuff like that. It's like the Hollywood popcorn of the music industry, and honestly, I'm much less passionate about music than I am about movies. And if you like pop music, this has like a good selection of popular rap songs, popular pop songs, hip-hop songs that are like, okay, yeah, these are a lot of things from my childhood, like a lot of 2000s music. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And you do get a huge list of musical artists that are just themselves in the film. But I do think this film actually explores an interesting idea of business relations and friendships and kind of how that can mix and meld and how that could also come into roadways in people's lives, which I know exploring business relationships and friendships with like a millionaire could be detached to many people. I get that. But as somebody who is not a millionaire and far from it, but has kind of navigated a world where, I've done YouTube most of my life at this point, and that's been my career or whatever. And seeing how friendships shift and how you have to keep relationships with companies and stuff in order, but also you want to be yourself. Like, honestly, a lot of this kind of spoke to me. But that's not to say this is like a great movie. There are a noticeable amount of little animation errors here and there where I'm like, okay, in one scene, one character had lips, and the other scene, they don't have lips. Like, what's going on? Even that could be put to the inconsistencies of LEGO minifigure re-releases and releases from time to time, so I get it. And then other points, it's like, okay, that line was cut way too early, and some of it, in terms of the humor, doesn't really work, and you're kind of like, okay, the middle section kind of drags on a bit here and there. All right, I gotta add this part in. I just came back from seeing The Substance the second time, which is so good. But that's not the point. I just wanted to say, my biggest problem with this movie, though, is that, well, the original Lego movie had such great animation. It almost had the gritty style. I know it's weird to say gritty in the Lego movie contest, but a very realistic style to how Lego looks, how minifigures look with cracks and stuff like that, paint chips or whatever. And then the smooth animation style piece by piece, I feel, is a bit too clean. And it's like, dang, 10 years ago, I kind of loved the Lego movie style. Why do we have to switch from that? I mean, even the Lego Ninjago movie, Lego Batman movie, and Lego Movie 2 kept that style, and it looked great in my opinion. So the biggest problem is that the animation style is a step backward, oddly enough. But yeah, I'd rate this a 6 out of 10. I enjoyed it, and I actually want to see it again. I'm going to probably take my mom to see it because we do like Lego. And who knows, maybe it'll go up next time I see it. It feels like a worthy addition to Morgan Neville's filmography, and he's a pretty darn good documentary person. I was almost like documentarian, but documentary person. Documentary person. The pronunciation is just all over the place today, y'all. So yeah, that's it. That's my review of Piece by Piece on the Just 2 Film channel. Let me know if you've seen it, if you agree, if you disagree, if I'm crazy, if I was just influenced by the premiere and I shilled out here or whatever. Let me know in the comments. I'll see you later. Subscribe for more movie reviews, and check out my other TIFF reviews because I did quite a number of them. Peace out.